here we are. We're taking a look at what notes we have and being aware of what our body is teaching us, not what our head is interpreting. That's a whole different relationship. Right? So I know that you guys have, what did you find? What was this like for you?
Well, doing the movements, the dialogue was, I was born for this. My body is strong, and the way that I know that from the inner dialogue. What I have learned to do from this work is when I have a particular sensation in my body, the questioning becomes, am I collapsing in my neck? Do I need to lengthen more? Do I need to anchor in my heart more? Have my shoulders like really, am I lifting my chest?
Yeah.
What the dialogue is going into empowerment as opposed to like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah. Big shift.
To follow,
Big
just
shift.
follow the internal.
Yeah.
And with joy, and I mean strong. I was made for this. I feel how strong my body is when I listen and I use the tools,
It's really beautiful because it is the body's strength that is diminished by the emotional application of shame, guilt, and punishment. That really is very depleting. I'm doing something wrong. And that's the way in which most people dialogue about their bodies. It isn't, this is a body signal, and I'm curious as to what it means. It is, what am I doing wrong? I'm asked that question all the time, or I'm told that statement out of a belief construct that whatever it is that you're feeling has to be wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
What did you discover, honey?
Well, there were so many beautiful signals in my body. One that I'm recalling is when we were doing the Hug a Big Tree movement. I could recognize when I was embracing the tree, and I heard you in a different way about the resistance, engaging all of my muscles in the embrace, and as I opened. And I realized that the connection to my heart was very, it was primary and needed to be primary, because I could feel, especially in the embrace, just a slight drop. And what's so interesting is that it simply feels like a habit or something that I learned to slightly disconnect from my heart as I embrace my heart. I mean, interesting. It's like, is it a full embrace of my heart and all of my feelings? I realized just felt like a small adjustment to make to re-engage, to stay rooted in my heart. And I also recognized when we were doing the stomach work, when you said, some of you may be developing relationships with your abdominal structure, some of you may have relationships already developed. And I was like, I do have a relationship developed with my abdominal structure. And I feel so joyful. I feel such invigoration and delight in simply feeling myself move, engage, breathe. There's fire moving throughout my body. And then when you said in particular about pressing the stomach muscle back toward the spine, and in particular the lower abdominal, you just said just above the pelvic bone. And that brought, as you said that, I was like a deeper awareness to how I was participating with the deeper elements in my abdominal structure, and the deeper emotional content. And I, like Nia was saying, to feel embracive of what's emerging. I feel like I have really practiced embracing what has been emerging from within, that I really learned to demonize my feelings.
Gee,
Sensation.
really? Can't imagine why. Don't cry. Don't be sad.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be too happy. There's all these don't be's.
Yes.
Don't be the fullness of you. Don't experience yourself.
Right.
And that is what takes time to undo in the body, so that you can actually begin to live a fulfilled life and express it from within. So it's not a topical application.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yeah. makes a lot of sense. It's
Yeah.
like I realized before I started doing this work that I had learned to partition myself off into my mind, my body, my emotional life, my spiritual life, like all these different aspects of self versus an integrative beingness.
Yeah.
And that when as you said, it's you move muscle, you move emotion. And really, truly recognizing the truth of that. Like, I want to change my life. You said if you can change your body, you can change your life.
Yes.
And I really recognize the truth of that because I have done so.
That's beautiful because, and there's also a lot of people who change their body and don't change their life.
Absolutely.
They think that by changing their body, everything's going to be magically delicious, and that is not true.
Yeah.
In terms of how the body will function, that is partially true. Though the emotional element
Yes.
is the major component, runs everything.
Yeah.
So not feeling, not having desires fulfilled, all of those things that we've been taught to be afraid of
Yes.
on certain elements, on particular levels, those all hamper
Mm.
the integrated beingness,
Absolutely.
the fullness
Mhm.
of what is divinely gifted to us.
Mm. Yeah.
So I hope that you will continue to join us, to participate from within and really feel your innate power emerging and decide how you will find the value of your life. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time. Thank you, honey.
Bye.